Let's look at the example of word count problem. Say you have a text file having two lines. First line being sa re, second line being sa ga. This plain text file will be converted into input split with two records. First record is a line sa re and second record is line sa ga. Here we have written a very simple function for mapper which basically gives out each word as a key and numeric 1 as the value. Thus, converting the input line sa re into sa1 and re1 and input line sa ga into sa1 and ga1. Your mapper function has been executed twice. The results of mappers is sorted by Hadoop Mapreduce framework based on the key and then grouped. The dashed line in the diagram represents the work done by Hadoop framework. So we have three unique keys ga, re and sa having their values grouped. For each of these groups, the reduce function is executed. The reduce function basically gets the key and the list of values as arguments. Here, the reduce function is simply summing up the values, so the outcome of reduce function is ga1, re1 and sa2. Let us take a more practical example where we have to find maximum temperature of each city based on the temperature log of various cities on various dates. This temperature log is a comma-separated values containing temperature, city and date. To find the maximum temperature per city, we will have to first group the data based on the city and then find maximum temperature. So, our mapper would basically give out city as the key and temperature as the value. It will not give out date in the output. These values are then ordered and grouped by Hadoop Mapreduce framework. In our example, we got 4 groups for each of the cities BLR, Chicago, NYC, and Seattle. Now, in the reduce function, we would give out the maximum of the values for each key. This reduce function will be called for each of the groups and hence we would get the maximum value of temperature for each of the city. If you had to solve the above problem of finding maximum temperature using SQL, you would simply group the data by the city and for each group you would compute maximum. The query would look like select city, comma, max of temperature from table group by city. The map part corresponds to selection of column in group by and reduce part is analogous to aggregation of SQL. Similarly, for word count, map part corresponds to the selection of column in the group by of SQL and reduce part is equivalent of count aggregation of SQL.